Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarah van Grenen, aka Mr. VG, and I am so glad that you have joined me in this journey in mastering statistics. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to give you some guidelines on when you can predict and when not. Because statistics, you can make it almost dance, they like to say. You can make the figures dance and say whatever you want them to say. But you have to be careful. So in today's lesson, we are going to look at this specific, let's say I did an experiment. And I asked 2, 4, 6, 7 youngsters what height they were. Or rather, I asked their parents because a 3-year-old won't really know that they are 120 centimeters tall. Okay? What would be my logical next step? Let's go and plot it. And I already entered there for you a trend line. And as you can see, the coordinates lie very, very, very close to this trend line and very, very close to one another. What did we do in the previous lesson? We got the equation of that line. If you look at that equation, and I want just to share this with you, remember, what does that 102,2059 tell me? Remember, that is the y-intercept. What does the 5,0882 tell me? That is the slope of the graph. So it is a positively sloping graph. Positive correlation, meaning as the kid gets older, his height or her height increases. Okay? But enough of that. Let's look at the first important concept of this video, interpolation. Now, interpolation means you are making a guess between the lowest x value and the highest x value. So in other words, within the domain of what the experiment gave you. That we call interpolation. And that is safe. So in other words, you can definitely go and make guesses, estimates for any values between 3 and 5 years old for these kids. Not for all kids, for these kids. So let's say I ask you, what was the height at age 4? So first of all, what do I give you now? Do I give you the x value or do I give you the y value? I give you the x value. So in my equation, I'm going to go and substitute x by 4. Okay? So x is 4. Is it between 3 and 5? Yes. So therefore, I can go and guess that a person that took part in this experiment would be 122,56 centimeters tall at the age of 4. So if I go and use my graph, you'll see I go from 4 up to my line to the y, and I get this answer of 122,56. Again, can I trust it in this experiment? Yes, because it's between 3 and 5. What if I ask you another question, okay? But kind of in a flipped way. What if I ask you, at what age will someone be 120 centimeters tall? So now, what am I giving you? The x value or the y value? I'm giving you the y value. The y value is 120, so I'm going to substitute that into my y value. What do you think I must do now? I am asking you at what age. So I'm asking you for that x value. So what I want you to now think, and do it for yourself is solve for x. First of all, I'm going to subtract 102,2059 on both sides. I'm going to divide by that slope, and my answer is then x is approximately 3,5 years. Let's just check. Is it between 3 and 5? Yes. So I've got that feeling in my bones that I can trust it. As simple and as easy as that. But now, what is dangerous? Let's say I take the same experiment, but now I ask you extrapolation. Now, extrapolation is taking guesses or guessing values or reading of values that lies outside of your domain. So in other words, if I ask you any question about someone being less than 3 years old or more than 5 years old, that's dangerous territory because remember, the experiment only ran between 3 and 5 years old, not outside. So extrapolation is a dangerous game to do because your statistics does not actually allow you to do it. This means if I ask you calculate the height at birth, what am I actually asking you to do? I'm asking you to calculate the y value if x is 0. Now this means that if I substitute x with 0 or just read off the y-intercept, the answer is 102,21 centimeters. Now ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about this. Don't just write down values, but really think about it. Can a kid be 102 centimeters? That's over 1 meter tall at birth. I hope not. The poor mom, okay? A big baby, a healthy baby, is like half a meter. And that is even pushing it big time, okay? So 1 meter is not possible. It's extrapolation. Do not do it. The same if I, for instance, ask you, what would be the height at 7 years old? No. Don't do that because we don't know. Our data set only allows for guessing or for predicting the age between 3 and 5. I hope this helps you. And these are the kind of questions they love to ask in the exam. So please pay attention to this. Our next video, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look at correlation coefficients, and they are going to talk a lot more to the strength behind the relationship between variables. This is Mr. VG signing out. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. Keep well. Cheers.